Hi, it's Mike. So, sent you over an email explaining various options for increasing your client base for your law firm, and this is where I demonstrate that. So, rather than just tell you, I had quite a few people. It all made sense once I showed them. So, this is the name of the website of my company. This is the voice and the face together. And we're just going to dive right in. So first and foremost, we're going to go over NOLO Martindale-Hubbell. Now, these videos are going to render different. Some of you are going to use it on your desk, open it on your desktop. Some are going to on the phone. So there's going to be a link to where you can watch this on my website as well as on YouTube. So that way the resolution is available for everyone on your preferred device. So first and foremost, let's look at NOLO. So as stated earlier, NOLO can get leads to your website very quickly. Even if you don't have a website, you can just use some of their websites. And for example, say it was foreclosure law for foreclosure, and you're able to actually be a part of their area of practice. You'd be sharing those leads with, I believe, 4 other attorneys for that area of practice, which means you need to have your infrastructure in place, dialed in, so when the lead comes through, you're Johnny on the spot. So let's reiterate. Increasing your law practice is going to a commitment. You're gonna have to commit. You're gonna have a budget, expectations, milestones, someone to help quarterback this out, and infrastructure in place. You just, for example, if you do NOLO, and returning the email in a week is pointless. Might as well save your money. What they'll do is they'll take, say, $700 from you. Each lead will cost like $35. Every time a lead gets emailed to you, they'll just take it out of that pool you send them. And some of the pools are really aggressive, which you will never ever be a part of, such as BK. You're not gonna get in there. And if you do, you probably want to keep your spot. But let's look at the NOLO directory. I'll also want to point out that if you look in the very bottom beneath this on YouTube, you'll be able to scroll around to various topics. So I'm inside the NOLO directory, and this is just one of theirs. They have a bunch of websites. They've been around for a long time. So say DUI. And you choose your region. And then from there, say I'm in Redondo 90277. And, they're going to ask some questions prior. And from there, once you fill all this stuff out, it'll get sent to for foreclosure, it's going to be 3 attorneys. And they all share that. So once again, you need to be Johnny on the spot. All this information filled out. Well, you sent over to the attorneys who are part of this pool. This can be quite effective if you're ready and you have the money to spend. You don't say you have your website's outdated, it's not mobile friendly. Well, this is mobile friendly. So, you can go piggyback on this, and possibly the revenue you generate from this, you get a new website and you initiate some other, channels to make your phone ring. So this is the NOLO directory. Martindale-Hubbell. Sure, they want to know where I live. Yes, I'm in Redondo Beach. So say it's probate law. So here's attorneys. Now some of these are paid and some of them aren't. I believe all these are paid. No, Avo is the one that's. So if I click this, if I wanted to be a jerk, I'm not going to do it. It's going to cost him a few dollars. And the website, probably the same. Word to the wise. With these directories you want to use, can't emphasize this enough, your own phone number and your own domain. This can be done. Don't let them tell you otherwise, okay? The reason being, I'm not going to click on their stuff. I'm not going to fill out the form because it's going to zap this guy. But a lot of the assets for FindLaw, I know for sure, and I think it's Martindale-Hubbell too, they retain. So say it's a phone number and the domain name, let's right click, copy link address, see what their link address is, probatelaw.biz. Okay, that didn't cost them any money, so that's good. Okay, this is their website, it's good. If there's a tracking that's going on though, where you click this and they're getting zapped. And I've had one law firm I worked for in which there was a snafu, a big mess. Once they decided to go with me rather than a shameless plug, go with me rather than these directories. The phone number got disconnected. No one told us that, so I came along later on and said, "Hey, the phone number's not even working." And the domain name, they wanted to, him and haw about that. It was ours and GoDaddy. The website they owned. So all this building on this, the momentum that was built, if they did own the domain, we would be at square one. So, this it can be very, very powerful if you just, want as a channel. Not the channel, but as a channel to make your phone ring and you have a budget allocated. This can be quite efficient. FindLaw, okay, Legal Shield, they own a whole bunch of stuff. This is paid search. So we'll go later on into SEO versus PPC. Somebody out there, Legal Shield for example, they have they're bidding for the keyword FindLaw. So when somebody like myself searches for FindLaw, here, that right above that's not a bad idea. What these guys can do is they can go to Google and say, hey, you know what, that's the name of our company, blah blah blah, fill out a few forms, and then you can't do this anymore. So, FindLaw. Now these guys really aren't. They're it's a hard sale, meaning just asking them for a quote isn't really on the menu. They want to know your information. You can't email from a Gmail. You got to email them directly from say LosAngelesLawyer.com. So it'd be Mike at LosAngelesLawyer.com, and then they do a hard sale. I would advise just going in the directory. If you can do paid inclusion in the directory, great. As long as it's reasonable. But here's different. I mean, they'll get you leads. But once again, let's see what this copy link address. So I copied their address, and here's the. This is just for tracking. So this is good. It's in their directory, but make sure you own. Hopefully, this law firm owns that name right there. This right here is just for tracking, and this phone number is probably owned by FindLaw too. What you want to do is have your own phone number and let them point that number to your phone number. Okay, that's nothing wrong with it. They can do it. It's not a problem. But you want to have your phone number, the number that's out there. So when and if you part ways with them, you'll still have your number out there. So that's FindLaw. And they offer a lot more in this directory. Like FindLaw SEO is the search. Here's people are doing a paid search for this. They go and piggyback on that. I've worked with them before, and it's just not, I wasn't impressed. It seemed like they're most aggressive when they're doing the sales. When they actually had the sales, they were just kind of petered out. So FindLaw, I don't know. No Google Analytics or Webmaster Tools. You want Google Analytics and Webmaster Tools. You want that. You want your own data to cross-reference with the data they create. Well, create the data that propagates. You want to be able to cross-reference that. And once again, bouncing back, Martindale-Hubbell, they'll do the paid search for you and all. Well, some of it we're about to get into. They'll do that for you, but we're all kind of selling the same apple. It's not like what they have is special. So beneath the video, you're going to be able to toggle the various topics. Click on the timestamp. It's like 24 minutes. If you have a difficult time watching this on the email sent over to you, no problem. There'll be a link to our website. We can watch it there, or YouTube. Depending on your preferred device, you should be able to see it. If you have any problems, questions, you can always give me a call. Let me know. Phone number is 310-947-4642. And you can email me, mike@pacificwebtraffic.com. And yeah, this is elaborating, demonstrating what the email I sent prior upon that. There's a lot to cover. There's a lot of ways to make your phone ring. And yeah, once again, there's a lot of moving parts. You need to have a good looking website, or at least a mobile friendly website. Know your competition. Know what directory of best get you your target demographic. And said it earlier, and I'll say it again. And it comes with a quote from a great, we'll call him a man, Wile E. Coyote. Great man. Well, great man. We'll call him that. You got to be commit. You got to commit. It's not a hobby. It's pay for play. Commitment to increase your client base. The key word is commit. You have to commit, and a lot of it's team building. I'm really good at marketing, but if I don't have anything to market and a team to work with, and when I work with firms, shameless plug. I'm part of the team. As far I'll be in contact with the client base, with the sales guys. How's the phones doing? The phone girl, I will call her to see how she answers the phone. I worked for one cosmetic surgeon, and in LA, everyone's a cosmetic surgeon. And the person who answers the phone, the representation of the doctor was rude. And it's like, is this a fair representation of your business? And what's your degree of loyalty to this person answering the phone? Is he coachable? If he's not, if he's just going to be high and mighty and be a jerk, how much revenue is lost due to this loyalty? And that comes back to the hobby. Is it a hobby, or is it something you really want to commit? And commitment is really going to be some calibrations, some bumps in the road. Recruiting the right people on your team is important.